Hi, welcome guys. We just completed our Figma Mastery series where we talked about how to use Figma from basic to advanced and how to design a website like a pro. And from now on we are going to jump into Webflow and I will show you how to create a responsive and world-class website without writing a single line of code. So let's get started. When you create a new account on Webflow, you will find a workspace like this. Of course, you won't have any kind of files here if you create a new account. So to create a new account, just click here and here you will find three options: AI site builder, template, blank site. You can use this if you want to use AI to create a new site, or you can also select template if you want to use template. But if you are a learner, you should start from scratch. So I'm going to select blank site and I'm going to name it like tutorial 2 and click here. Okay, when you open a new blank site, you will see this interface. Don't worry, I will show you everything step by step. On the left side, if you click here you will find all the layers you will create like Figma. And if you go here, add element, here you will find all kind of HTML options you need to create a website like sections, container, div block, paragraph, link. If you don't know this, don't worry, I will explain everything. So first let me show you how to bring any element here. If I click here button, and you will see the button is here. It's on the top left because we didn't set anything here. But if I delete this, first if we bring a section, then if we bring a container, and then if we bring a button, as you can see it's now here. If you are a Figma designer, you already know the meanings of sections. On website we have multiple sections for multiple purpose. For each section you can use sections. Then we have a container. This is a built-in container. You can make your own container as well. I will talk about it later in an upcoming video. So for this video I just bring in a section and a container. Inside container we can keep anything like a button. Now if I want to bring it here in the middle, I can just use this padding option. As you can see, it's not coming here, but it's becoming worse. So I'm going to delete it. I will just use this margin. There is two things, padding and margin. Padding means this one. Padding will apply inside this button and container, and margin will be outside of the button and inside container. If I add padding, it will make the button bigger, but if I add margin, it will be added outside of the button, so the position will change. In the same way we can keep it bigger. Of course there are multiple options, like if I delete it, I can just select this one, click flex, and it will be in the middle. But again I have to add padding on the sections. So from now on everything I will add inside this container will be in the middle. Let's say now if I want to add a text, first I will select the container, then I will click here, and under typography I will click here heading. We can jump between H1, H2, H3, H4 and H6. And if you want to add paragraph, I will add a paragraph here. And if you want to add a text block, I can just add a text block. I will explain the difference between text block and paragraph if you are confused. Then we can also use block code. For now I'm just deleting it, also deleting it. Now let me structure it. So I will just select this container. I already selected flex. I'm going to delete it again and show you how it works. So first I'm going to make it on top, then the description or paragraph, and then the button. As you can see, this is the kind of structure you see on websites. We didn't add any spacing. If you want to add a spacing, we can add margins like this, also like this. By default, Webflow added some default spacing. We can also change them. And we can also use this parent container, click flex. This is kind of auto layout. If you understand the auto layout in Figma, it will be easier for you. Now as you can see, everything is aligned. Now I can just remove all the margins I added, and I can control the spacing from the container. As you can see, it's very easy. It's almost same like auto layout but more advanced. If you want to make it left side, we can also do that, in the middle and left side. And if you click here, you will find all the options to change, and there are some more options. And now if you want to make it bigger, first we have to give it a name. It already has a name. I'm going to name it heading 1. Okay, you can click this drop down and select rename. Okay, now I can style it. Like, I'm going to change the font like this one, impact. I'm going to increase the size. If I hold shift, it will be faster. Then I'm going to increase the height, and if I want, I can click here and change the colors. It looks nice. And we can also add more advanced settings like letter spacing, column, text indent, capitalize, and more. I will talk about this advanced setting later, like breaking, line, wrap, truncate, stroke, and more. If you want to add a background, we can just click here and add a background. For now, I will just delete it. In the same way, I can style it. Like, I'm going to make it red or black. Then we can change the button as well. Let's say I want to change the colors and make the background color white. Or we can also, I can add a stroke, and we can also add corner radius. It's almost like Figma, but it will create a real website. Now if I click publish, click here and open this link, and as you can see, the website is now live. Now you can copy it and share it with anyone you want. In the same way, we can add more elements. Like, if you go here, you will find some more elements like image. You can upload any image from your computer. For now, I don't have any image, so I will skip it. Then there are so many amazing things. I will talk about everything step by step. If you go to layout, you will find all the libraries you will install. You can add libraries from the community. Like, if you click here, it will take you to the Webflow libraries. Here you will find some free libraries you can use, like member stack or untitled UI. You can just click here and install it. For now, I will skip it. I will use this default one. This is very basic from Webflow. So let's say if you click here, as you can see, this is the navbar. I'm going to bring it outside, and as you can see, now it's on top, and if I click here, it's working correctly. Okay, now I can just remove this margin, so it will be in the middle. In the same way, if I add a new thing like another section, as you can see, it's going below and below. If I keep it on top, it will be on top of the section. I will keep it below. And as you can see, this is a very nice section. We can change the text, like, or keep it middle aligned. We can change image by clicking here. If you add a new image, let's say I'm going to add a new image, this one, and yes, it changed. In the same way, I'm going to make it like this. I'm going to copy it here and bring it inside it. Okay, it's now good. I'm going to name it like how to make a website, and it's good. We can control the spacing between this heading. Remember, we added a padding. Oh no, it's coming from Webflow. If I remove it, the padding is gone. Okay, overall on the left, you will find all the HTML elements or all the building blocks of your website that you will use to make the website, like text, blocks, buttons, grid, or anything. And on the left, you will find all the CSS properties or all the editing options. you want to make the elements good. So on the left you will find all the elements, all the HTML elements, and on the right you will find all the CSS properties that you will use for styling. So I hope you now understand the basics of Webflow. If you have any question, please let me know by commenting below. Make sure to like, subscribe, and leave a random comment to support the channel. Thanks for watching and see you in the next one.